Well, it's November 27th of 2005. It's our first morning hunting the UP here for this year. There's about close to 2 feet of snow on the ground. And as you can see, it's beautiful. It's limited our sight some, as you can see, but first shot I've heard this morning. The deer funnel right below me here, and they go out towards that bait pile right there, and you can barely see there's a little creek that flows. You can barely see it. You can see the creek over there a little better, but it flows. And they funnel right through this area. There's a lot of tracks through here, and we got a lot of deer activity. We should hopefully get one down, I would think. There's a lot of deer traffic, a lot of, when the snow's on the ground, they really come out. We're in a migration area where the deer migrate out of the Lake Superior watershed areas, and they yard down along the Sturgeon into southern Delta County. We're in northern Delta County right now, and it's very evident the deer around here. We've seen 2 does yesterday night, but a lot of tracks. So I'm hoping we can get this on here, get some footage. It's my blind. Got a tree stand about 20 foot. And I got all my little stuff around here. Nice and cozy up here. I got my pack here. Got my coffee thermos, my horns, and get up from down there. It's a good spot. I'd like to see a couple nice bucks taken out of here, but we'll see. It's about 9:30. We will be meeting for lunch about 11:30. So, okay, we're around the fire having lunch. Getting ready to have lunch here, and Drew has a story this morning to tell us about this his morning.
Well, I wasn't in my blind today because my blind blew away and was in the water, frozen. So I just had some ground cover, and it wasn't a lot of cover. I'm sitting there, and I just poured myself a cup of coffee. It was 9:30. I had it in my hands. I was warming my hands up. I had my gun on my lap, and I'm getting ready to drink. And just as I'm drinking, I look up, and boom! Out of nowhere comes this 6-point buck, and he's 25 yards off there. I never saw him come before that, or he just was boom. He was right there in front of me, and I had no cover there, like right there, so I couldn't move really fast because he was just kind of he wasn't really watching me, but I knew if I made a quick move he would. So I spent the rest of the time while he was moving in front of me, trying to put the cup down, get it out of my hand so I could get my gun.
Oh.
I finally got on the ground, and he had gotten across to the point where I couldn't see real clearly anymore, but I could still see his feet. So I grabbed my gun, and I real slowly raised up, and about halfway up, he stopped moving. And then he bolted back the same way he came from. And I was feeling really intimidated, and I didn't go, or anything like that to try and stop him like the buck last year. So he got away, but I call that the meadow of second chances. So maybe I'll have another.
How far away was he?
He was 25 yards away. The meadow is like 125 yards long, but he was 25. He was right in front of me. It was.
Wow.
He was almost too close because I couldn't move. But anyways,
what a bummer.
We'll see if we get another chance.
Now, what happened to your blind, you said?
It got blown into the water. I guess they had some big high winds in the last weeks or so, and my blind was down in the beaver swamp pond thing with about a foot of snow on it, and I couldn't pull it out. So I'm going to try and get it this afternoon.
Hey. We're in Andy's blind now. It's been raining about the last hour. Get you a good shot of where he sits. And he's got a nice little spot here. We were just watching little otters a minute ago. That's where the 6-point came out, right? Okay. Right there. Oh. And then your 6 or 7 point, whatever it was, came over about up there by that pine tree, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's from last year.
There he is. It's hard to see him. See the little evergreens up there. That's him chirping. Where? Oh, he just went in.
Where'd he go? So Drew, you had experience with this blind?
Yes, it was down in the water, down the bank, down there, frozen, and then a foot and a half of snow.
And his blind was blown when we got here. He had blown down.
I dug it out, and then
Blew down into that creek over there.
dug it out, and then had to break the ice to get it out, and it's all ripped, but
You see his blind's like separated here.
I'm thankful.